All right, in this recording, we're going to play with warped text and creating outlines out of text so that we can output it for screen printing. First thing we need to do is take our type tool, click on the screen, and type out a word. Type out my last name here. Make this larger. So the first thing we want to do before we get into creating outlines is talk about warped text. If you want to do warped text, up top there is a button that says make envelope. Click on that and you can choose the different type of envelope you want to apply to your text. Give it a little more visual effect. If you are making a t-shirt or wanting to add a little bit of pop to something, this is one way to do it. Click OK and it's now been applied. Although, if you want to change the color, you notice you cannot change the color because it is grayed out. Up top here, you have the edit the envelope button and edit content. You need to click on edit the content if you would like to change the color. Click on that and now the color is active. When you go back to changing the envelope, you have to go click edit envelope. It'll give you some options across the top of the screen that you can go ahead and change if you wanted to increase or decrease these. You could. Take your scroll wheel, you can scroll on top of them. That will increase or decrease the settings for that. That's one way to do it. Next way, let's delete this real quick. Let's start over. And again, go ahead and expand this. Now, creating outlines. What is the advantage? The advantage is that we'll be able to distort these more based on the points of the shape rather than just the letters themselves. So if I right click on it, create outlines, you now see this is no longer editable text. Now it's just become a whole bunch of shapes essentially that are grouped together. This is where you're going to start to use that direct select tool. So I could select points. If I only select one of the points on one side, I pull on it, it creates a larger width for the letter. If I come back in and I select both of the points, not one on each side of the line, essentially what I'll do is I'll start to stretch this out and make the letter look a little bit different than it was before. Select points. Now, we just talked about that shape builder tool not too long ago. If I were to come here, take my rectangle tool, pick a rectangle that overlaps the top of this. Let's go this way with it, I guess. Move it over a little bit so that they are overlapping. I could come in, select those two pieces, take my shape builder tool, boom, boom. Now I have got an N that has some very unique characteristics to it. I selected the two endpoints here and these two corner points. I could essentially shrink that up now if I wanted and add it to an A. Once you've got all this done, we could select all these pieces again. We could then go to Object, go to Envelope, Distort, and we could either use Make with Warp or Make with Mesh. If we choose the Mesh one, we can go in here and we can really get specific and call it how many coordinates that we want to have to affect it. Each one of these is a point that can be moved. So if we take our direct select tool, if we click on the point to activate it once, then you can select it and you can start to deform it and pull it down. So now we're really starting to mess with things. But say I need to have another line here. You have a tool over here on your toolbox. It's called the Mesh tool. You can click once on the line, it will add more pieces into it. If you click on the horizontals, it'll add more that way. So this will allow you to fine-tune your drawing just a little bit more to give it just the right look for whatever you're trying to do. Click off of it, and now you have a custom shape. So that was a little bit about the using the warp text, create outlines, and then using the envelope, distort, make, mesh option.